We are just getting started here with Neverwinter Nights. Thanks everybody for joining me. We are looking to have fun this evening. Unplugging from everything in the outside world, I hope. Hi, Walter. Speaking for myself, I'm doing alright. Whoops. Whoa! Stand by. Heh! I was in the wrong window there. Okay. So, we are... This is a little Rage Against the Machine, just getting us started there. What am I doing? What am I doing? Where am I? What's happening here? I know we're doing the Fort Ilkard portion of the... Walter's decent. Tanim, are you doing decent? Hope you're doing decent. Jaza, hope you're doing well. Of the Bayroon as well chapter. We've already killed Klauth. That was relief. We destroyed some catapults last time, and we're hunting down some dude. I don't know why I said it like that. Some dude. Investigating the Elk Tribe. Yusam is looking for someone to... Whoa, shit, okay. Uthgard Elk Tribe. The Druid is convinced there must be some reason they've turned away from the Lord's Alliance and joined with the Luskan army. Yusam believes the Elk Tribe and their leader, Zokan Thunder, that's what we're after, are going to keep to the west of Fort Ilkard. Right. Just okay, but getting better. Sorry to hear that. Glad to hear you're getting better, I mean. Holy shit, what do we got here? Time to rough some people up. Sox is a little banged up. Sox, if you survive, I'll heal you, I swear. Sox, don't die! Oh good, I'm his target now. Phew! Yes, I know. There! Ding. Well, first fight went fine. Ooh. Sounds like somebody's being tortured out there. In here. Elk Tribe worshippers. I probably shouldn't be able to see that. Hey, Mikhail, how are you? God damn it. Hang on. Hang on. Quite tired as we were on Zemolf's stream. Let's see how long. Oh, hey. Yeah, you know what? Stay with it, man. Wow, you've even got the Zemolf emojis there. That's good. Well, Zemolf is a trooper for streaming as long as he does, and you're a trooper for hanging out as late as you are. My brothers and sisters will soon descend upon you. Your death is written, stranger. Who is this dude? Is this some special dude? Elk Patroller. Okay. Oh, right. I gotta actually unpause it so that they might leave remains. Yay. Nay. Okay, fine. We're doing this. God damn it. I wanted to rest or take a... Well, you know what? Here, take a potion. One of those. It's not gonna be enough, but one of those. And just hit him with one of those. Oh, too late. we already did it. Yeah, I don't need to rest. We're good. The devil is this? The ashes of running wolf. Take it, I'll need that. I feel like I want to go this way first. I don't know if I could give you a reason. It's just the impression that I'm getting.
No can do.
No can do, eh? We can take care of that, Tommy. Never fear. Flame Strike is here. Blew it to smithereens. Unidentified amulet. Okay, good. If that doesn't disappear from my inventory, like some of the stuff I've picked up lately, I'll be able to identify that when I go see Nurik. Okay, come on, Bark. It's too early for this, man. Better save. Hello? Plague-stricken warrior. Elk tribeswoman, elk tribe child. I don't know. I shouldn't be able to see that from this distance. This is a little bit of cheating, isn't it? Isselgood's Complete History of Seafaring. Afraid we have more important things for our inventory space. Like Lesser Spell Breach. Yeah, that's what I'm saving the space for. Thanks very much, Mikhail. I appreciate it. Subscribed at Tier 1. You are an absolute gentleman. Or lady, but I presume gentleman because your name's Mikhail. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Okay, what the... Come on, man. You're making me look like a fool here. Restoration. Sure. Ugh. Flies or moths? Moths, it looks like. But it's making a fly sound. These guys are not combatants. Or at least not yet.
Spare a coin, friend?
Please, I am weak with the plague. I beg you for mercy. I mean, I want to kill this dude because I'm suspecting that the game developers have laid a trap for me here where I say to these tribeswomen, tribesmen, plague-stricken warriors, oh, yes, of course, I will spare you. I'm a good person. And then I'll walk into the next room and they'll come after me after I'm being attacked by somebody in that room. That's what I suspect. But Bark Badranath is too good of a person. So, it's obvious you are too weak to pose any threat. I will spare your life. Please, we elk are dying from the plague. Our tribe is doomed. Take pity on us. Speak to our leader, Zokan Thunderer. The same plague that plagued Neverwinter? Is it possible... Is it possible that these guys were the ones spreading the plague, and that's why they caught it? Well, the elk tribe's up to no good, or so I think. Very well, I will speak with Zokan. You will find Zokan at the center of this complex. Please, go to him now. End dialogue. I'll go to him when I damn well please, and not a moment before. Ugh. What's going on here? I think this place is like a Dwemer ruin. Very Sotha-Sil.
Good tidings to ya.
We elk are dying from the plague. Please, you must go speak to Zokan. And have a good day!
Spare a coin, friend?
You must go speak to Zokan. I'm on it. Eventually. Wait a minute, I can talk to these guys too? What's going on here? Why is everyone suddenly not hostile?
Greetings.
You must speak to Zokan. Okay, so I've said I'd speak to Zokan, and now everybody's apparently cool with me wandering around. Each volume of this history of horses and sport and combat is bound in horse hide. No wonder the poor creatures are so hard to find anymore. One volume seems to be missing. Okay, there's nothing I can do about that, apparently. Corpse! What do you know, Corpse? Yeah, not much. You? Sorry. I'm just imagining the corpse is like a NPR listener or something. The last volume in this rather drab-looking set of books on swimming seems to be missing. Horses? Swimming? What could this Zokan Thunderer be up to? This musty bookcase contains several volumes detailing the evolution of the exotic flying machines of Faerun. The last volume is missing. Equine Quest? Exotic flying machines, swimming, horses. Horrid wilting. And this bookshelf that's not a bookshelf. Can I open these doors?
No
The lock on
content.
this door is too complex to pick and is warded against simple spells. You'll have to find the proper key. I cannot see that somebody's in there. I assumed that somebody was. I didn't even really look. Hello? Hello? Okay, this looks like maybe just their treasure room, vault, something like that. Follow me, everyone. I said, follow me, everyone. Hey.
Well, hurrah!
Okay, give me a laugh. Damn straight. Who do you think you are? Man, Bark's really trying to make me look stupid. He's like, oh, get a new viewer, a new subscriber. I'm gonna show him how competent you are at this. He'll regret ever subscribing to you, Will Mikhail. Okay, yeah, nobody wants to kill me anymore. It's a nice change, honestly. Ooh, they stepped out of the way like they expected it to explode or something. Elk Tribe Shaman. Will I get in trouble for this? Complete history of flight. Wait a minute. Wait just a darn minute.
Yes? What?
The children born of the elk weep with sorrow. The plague ravages our people. Please, if you have not done so, I beg you to parley with Zokan Thunderer, chieftain of our tribe. And where can I find him? At the center of this complex. Please, go to him now. She's feeling urgent. She stepped toward me to indicate the urgency. Okay, so there was a book in the bookshelf in the one Sothasil looking room. Drummer looking room. That I thought it said it was about swimming or horse riding, something like that. The fact that that one was about flying machines and the bookshelf was in the vault area was missing one about flying machines makes me wonder if I'm not supposed to take these and place them. Oh, wait. I swear I saw another bookshelf that had a... It was over here? Other room. Okay. I'll go check it out. I guess I... History of Seafaring. Is that not the one? That's the one I was thinking of, but I guess maybe that's not the one I need. Alright, hang on. Was this one over here? I didn't think there was anything in this one of interest. The urn. Oh, I picked up the dude's ashes. That's right. Maybe that was the book I was thinking of? It's all the rooms I've been in, right? Just the vault area. The Dwemer room. That room. Yeah. Do 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 do. Ugh. The corpse have something on it? I think so. Magic wand. Why do they have a corpse just sitting in a room where they're all chatting? Vault area. Well, there were corpses in there. Did the corpse have a... I don't remember seeing a bookshelf that had a book I could take. The vault area had the 3 bookshelves that were missing books. Maybe the corpse had a book. I'll go... I'm going to go back to the vault anyway, so I don't need to... Vault's in there right now. Elk Tribe Shaman. Okay, hang on. Let's see if we can get in these rooms here.
Okay, dokie.
Oops! I told Tommy to stop when I meant to tell Socks
Okay.
to stop. You know what? Just break it down if you guys want. I don't care. Prisoner? Now, why is it I'm able to get in here, I wonder?
Huh?
Thanks for freeing me. I was afraid Zokan would never let me out of that cage. Uh-oh. Who are you? My name is Arden. I'm a soldier with the Lord's Alliance. At least I was until Zokan... Oh, okay. Zokan's people captured me. How did you get captured? I was on a scouting mission when I stumbled onto a group of elk warriors. I was outnumbered 4 to 1. Lucky for me, they decided to show mercy and took me prisoner instead of simply killing me. Can you tell me about Zokan? They treated me okay, though I was a little worried about catching the plague. Seems the whole tribe is infected. Their chief, Zokan, came and spoke to me a bit. I expected some kind of violent savage, but he seemed like a reasonable man. Zokan asked if I knew Commander Damas from Fort Ilkard. I don't, but it was obvious. Zokan hates him. Excuse me. He blames Damas for the plague that is killing all the Uthgard. Why does he blame Damas? I don't know why Zokan hates Damas so much. You have to ask the Uthgard chief, I guess. Like that would happen. Like that would happen. What, I wouldn't ask him that? I don't want to have him try to run away yet, because I think all the people outside might try to kill him or me if they see him escaping. I would prefer to say, hey, lay low here. I'll make sure the coast is clear before you escape. But, since that's not an option, I'll ask him, can you get away from here safely on your own? Most of the Uthgard are too sick with plague to even try and stop me. I'll get out of here okay. I wish I had a reward for you, but all I can do is thank you again before I go, so thanks. Alright, it's your skin, buddy. Check this corpse already. That had a gold ring. This one's going to be locked too. Everybody's going to want to fight it. Fighting doors. That's been about 20% of our streaming series of this game so far.
Welcome to you.
Hello. Hello. It's about time someone showed up to rescue me. Who knows what those savages would have done if you had been much slower. Who are you? Oh yes, let's waste time with introductions. Don't worry about getting me safely away from here. That would be too much to ask, wouldn't it? My name is Meline, if you must know. Daddy left me a nice inheritance. So I thought I'd buy a little farm in the countryside. I like how I say, who are you? And she's like, oh yes, let's waste time with that. And instead of just telling me her name, she goes into her life story. That's kind of funny. Those damn, yeah, little farm in the countryside. Those damn savages came and ruined everything. Did they hurt you? So far, all they've done is throw me in this cage, probably saving me for some pagan ritual they hope will cure them of this plague that's infected their whole tribe. Do it right. Yeah, exactly right. So silly. Oh, that's video games, right? That's why we play. Anything else you can tell me? What else do you expect me to tell you? They captured me. The fact that they haven't killed me yet, or worse, probably just means they're planning some horrible, unimaginable torture. Filthy savages. Can you find your way safely out of here? I suppose I can find my own way out. With these savages all so sick with plague. Some rescue this turned out to be. Humph! Mother was right. She's still going on. Mother was right. It isn't safe living out on a farm. I'm heading straight for Neverwinter, and you can bet I won't be leaving the city again anytime soon. Anytime soon again. Sure. Oh, something tells me something bad's going to happen to the city of Neverwinter that might convince her she needs to leave. I suspect we haven't seen the last of Lord Nasher Alaganda and his city of Neverwinter. Okay. Gotta be, yeah, here he is, Zokan. Don't mess with the Zokan. He's played by Adam Sandler. And he's a fabulous hairdresser. Okay, here we go.
I am Zokan, Thunderer, leader of my tribe, the people born of the Elk. Who are you that comes before me?
I am the man with no name, Buck Badgernath. Why have you come, Buck Badgernath? My people wither and die, young and old alike. The wailing death ravages my tribe, and even our strongest warriors cannot stand against it. This is a place of death, Buck Badgernath. Soon we shall all be infected. We have come here to die. I ask you again, why have you come to this doomed fort? I'll tell the truth. Usam, Druid of the Grove, has sent me to find why you have allied with Luskan. The wailing death is among my people, he says. Men of Luskan came to me. They promised to heal my people. That is why we allied with them. But they spoke false. They have no cure. My people are doomed. But now we fight with Luskan for another reason. Revenge! Revenge against the Lord's Alliance and the man they sent to command Fort Ilkard. A man called Damas. Why do you want revenge on Damas? Tell me! Damas is the one who has infected us with the Wailing Death. It is the Wailing Death, okay. We thought him a friend, but he only wants the Elk tribe gone so he can steal our land. He offered us a gift of blankets, but he had secretly infected them with the plague. Oh god, okay. We're getting very topical here. Damas knew how quickly the plague could spread. No doubt he has a cure in his possession in case his own people become infected. We attack Fort Ilkard to try and recover the cure Damas will not give us. Yes, he is. He and I look very much alike, at least in portrait. Mother never told me about him. Ugh, I just noticed how creepy the fire elemental's mouth is. Very skull-like. Family, huh? Ha 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 ha! I could just kill them all, but how about a cure? The fate of my tribe is my greatest care. Cures of the Wailing Death and the Elk tribe will no longer serve the Luskan forces. We will even forget our hatred and desire for vengeance against Commander Damas. Okay, I'll see if I can't make him give me the cure. My evil twin brother is indeed evil. Damas will deny everything. You must take these blankets as proof of his crime. I don't want to take them. Oh, they are harmless now. The plague cannot spread after a few days, but these blankets are what killed my people. The Elk tribe has a rather advanced understanding of infectious disease prevention. I am impressed. If you truly intend to help the Elk tribe, you will go to Fort Ilkard and get the plague cure from Damas. I wish you luck, Buck Badgernath. For the sake of my people. Alright, something tells me they're not going to let me in that room. No one is getting through this door. You know what, let's save it though and find out. Oh, Zokan. I should never have messed with thee. That was perfect. Damn, 100 hit points, huh? So I could have survived if I had been at full health. Yes, what a tragic end. I didn't learn my lesson there, did I? Yep. Okay, so we're not gonna... If I'd been in full health, I would have survived. But we're not gonna mess with it. I'm sure that it's trapped for a reason. I don't want to run the risk that when I survive the trap that is trying to kill me, the Elk tribe dudes want to kill me after that because I've trespassed on some blah 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 blah. Okay, I do want to check this corpse over here. I swear there was another book. Oh, I can't check that corpse. Oh, it's the one in here. Hang on. Right? It's in here. I swear one of the corpses in here maybe not one of the corpses, but I swear there was a third book somewhere in this place. Nope. Damn it. Must be mistaken. And damn it. What is this one missing? This musty bookcase, flying machines. Place the last volume of Gnomish air machines in the bookcase. Screeching of metal on metal as an iron portcullis rises. That's how we get in, eh? Skill of swimming. Okay. Do I have the horses book? Rats! Huh. Horse book. Don't know where the horse book is. Better save it again, because these Elk Tribe dudes are trap lovers.
Okay, dokie.
Ah! Damn it, they're both locked.
Okay, dokie.
Socks, give it a rest, man.
It's done.
Piercing arrows. 86 gold. I'll take it. This is a lot of work for lousy arrows. I guess it wasn't a lot of work. I'm complaining about having to walk an extra distance.
Okay, dokie.
Yeah, you guys knocked that thing out. There we go. Good job. Okay. This is a very unimpressive vault, in my opinion. Maybe the Elk Tribe is just hard pressed right now or something with the plague and all that, you know? .0 from the Polish judge on that vault. Those Poles, man, they're always so stingy with their points. I thought it was usually the French that were stingy. Just checking that I didn't miss a book somewhere before I understood the book requirement here. Perhaps... Perhaps... Wow, I missed that. Perhaps the last book is in the room that I got killed by? Or it's another place that I missed. Sounds pretty obvious, I suppose, but I had to say it out loud to myself so that I would understand it. Because I'm streaming, after all, my attention is divided. Wish I could drag it, but I can't. Oh, I know why I can't, because that's where the Q shows up. Okay. So we'll have to go back and see Damas to get a cure, but first, I think we're going to explore Dragon Moses! How are you? What's new? Not much. Just playing some Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition. How are you doing? And welcome to the stream. And Publican! For potatoes. Publican's here as well. We're getting the band back together, everyone. Thanks you guys for tuning in. Yes, white is the most magical of colors, as evidenced by Gandalf Mithrandir when he converted from gray to white. I always thought that was a little weird. Incidentally. I think it was meant to demonstrate that he had ascended to be the most powerful of the wizards, taking Saruman's place. But it always seemed like, hey, wait a minute, like, Grey was part of his identity. It he was like... He was always working to help people, instead of just sitting in some lofty tower. And then... Custer Murphy! It's been a while, how are you? Oh, shit. Shit, what's happening here? These Elk Tribe guys are still going to be jerks to us, apparently. Sorry, hang on, I'll get back to that Gandalf Saruman point here in a second. Tommy, hang in there! Oh, shit. Well, it's fine. We have to go back eventually anyway. And Socks is dead. Damn, that was a hell of a fight. Alright. I guess Fire Elemental and I were over there thinking the fight was over. I didn't realize there was some shit going down. So, well, I can call Socks right now. Tommy, I'll need to go back for, but I kind of want to check out this building first. Him playing an RPG is like a warm, fuzzy blanket. Oh, hey. Thanks very much, customer. I appreciate it. You know, I was saying that about one of my favorite bands. One of my favorite bands recently. I was listening to Cake, which is a band I've liked since I was probably 12 or 13 years old. Which sounds a little weird, but it's true. And I was listening to a Cake song, and I was like, man, it wasn't a blanket. My analogy wasn't a blanket. I was like, listening to Cake is like settling down on a nice, comfy couch. That's what listening to Cake is like. Nice, Dragon. That's good. Yeah, no, I get the white thing, but it always felt to me a little bit like I understand that it's representing him coming back to life after having died, quote unquote died. But it always felt to me a little bit like your friend who's in a band, like a garage band, and he's like a good down to earth dude, and you know he's in it for the music, and then they get that record contract, and suddenly he's a star and doesn't have time for his old friends and stuff. That's kind of what it felt like, because he very, like, Gandalf very much changes after that. He graduates from like companion to the hobbits, always looking out for the little guy, to giant battlefields and moving armies and stuff. Like, he upgrades, right? Which that's what the white is supposed to represent. But it just, I don't know, there's always a part of it that didn't seem like something that Gandalf the Grey would do. Yeah, that's true. I guess, yeah, you're right. It's character development, I suppose. So hard. Oh, shit. Custer's back, and he knows all the quotes. Yeah, Frodo's the post-traumatic dude. Merry and Pippin come back princes. Sam comes back a family man. Frodo comes back a wounded warrior. Aragorn's character doesn't develop very much in the books, I'm thinking. In the movies, he has more of an arc. But in the books, he starts out as Aragorn and he ends as Aragorn. I mean, he becomes a king, but he's still the exact same character. The movies play up more that whole, like, you must take the sword, Aragorn. Defend your birthright. Like, in the books, he doesn't have any problem. He's like, yeah, okay, that's my job. Whereas in the movies, he's, like, all conflicted. Like, there's the scene in, I don't know why I'm talking about this. The scene in the Two Towers where Elrond shows up with the sword all hooded, and Aragorn's like, no! He's like, you must claim your birthright. But in the books, he starts out as a ranger, he ends as a king, but the dude is the same dude throughout the books. He doesn't change at all. Blood stains the cover of the Homestead Journal and many of the pages of this diary. Most of the entries are written in a firm, bold hand and describe the day-to-day activities of a settler family as they worked the fields and tilled the land. The final entry is written in a finer script. The Utgard fell upon us as we were working in the fields. There was no warning, and we can find no reason for the sudden attack. Father stumbled when an arrow took him in the leg. But while the savages hacked away at his fallen form, Mother and I escaped to the homestead and barred the doors. There is no escape for us now. The barbarians have the home surrounded. The soldiers at Fort Ilkard are too far away to arrive in time to save us, and I fear our neighbors are already dead. I can only pray that when these savages break through the door, our deaths are merciful and quick. Did they commit suicide or something? No, they were shot with arrows. That's a shame. Home of Robes. Crystal Robe. Don't know what that's about. Not gonna bother. I'll catch up with the chat here in a second, guys. I know I started a whole Middle Earth thing. Saruman in the movies is that it's a record deal. It's the Jaded Star. Yeah, that's what Gandalf's lesson teaches us, Publican. Never buy he was once good. Yes, Christopher Lee does a very good job of playing him evil, but plays him, in my opinion, irredeemably evil. Yeah, there's not much. But then it's Christopher Lee. You know, you don't hire him unless you want him to play an evil dude. He doesn't. No offense to Christopher Lee. But he doesn't ever really command a, like, friendly. Like, you never confuse him for, like, a nice guy. In a movie role, anyway. I don't know if you want to call that a lack of range. Or if he just knew his lane and he stuck to it. I don't know. The hell? What are you doing? I'm looting this house. Hang on a second. What's happening in here? Ooh. Is that lady on my team? I'm hoping that lady's on my team. She just turned invisible. Oh, there you are. Galia.
Do business to you.
Yeah. Let's see. Hang on. Aragorn's pretty much the reason why there's a ranger class. Yeah, that's true. A lot of L. Ron Hubbard. Oh, Walter. God, that'd be a very different movie, wouldn't it? Yeah, there's a lot of modern fantasy, especially Dungeons and Dragons type fantasy, adventure fantasy that's born out of Lord of the Rings, I think. And I think you're right, Dragon. I think it's basically Aragorn is the whole ranger class. Saruman is perfectly willing to destroy the trees around his keep. Didn't he plant those? Was Gandalf that planted it? He secretly always hated them. I mean, that's kind of a thing. Let's think, guys. Let's think. We're pop culture junkies, right? What's a demonstration in any story? Could be pop culture story. Could be just a myth. It could be anything. What's a demonstration of a truly good character who converts at some point to a truly evil character, and the conversion is believable? Right? So Saruman, we're saying, is not very believable. I agree with Dragon Moses on that. Darth Vader, his conversion to evil, once we saw it, not very believable, in my opinion. Walter White? Suppose. I can't really comment because I haven't watched Breaking Bad. But my understanding of Walter White is by the end of the series, you kind of see that he was always this person. Doesn't he say at the end, like, I did this for me? Like, there was always a selfish motive? Yeah, where do you ever see a ranger class be the best class to pick from? That's true. Michael and Goodfellas. Is Michael Godfather. I would believe. Yeah, I'd believe Michael. Okay. That's a pretty good example. He does have, like, when he's talking to Kay at the beginning, at the wedding, there is a little... the question... what's the question? The question is, what's an example of a truly believable conversion of a character from good to evil in any pop culture or myth or anything like that? Don't be started on Daenerys. You know what? I never watched the last season of Game of Thrones specifically because of how hacky it got at the end of the 6th season. I think it was the 6th. And I don't miss it. From what I understand, it was not worth it to watch. Yeah, Michael and the Godfather would be believable, but he does have there is some menace to him, like in that conversation he has with Kay at his sister's wedding. He says, Kay, like, he tells a story about his dad doing something. I forget what the story is, but he does the whole he made him an offer he couldn't refuse line. And then he says to Kay, Kay, that's not me. That's my father. That's my family. That's not me. But it's still not really kind of believable to me, because it's like, then why the hell are you telling the story in the first place, dude? Like, you know, he seems kind of proud of it when he's telling the story, like, check out what my dad can do, kind of thing. So yeah, I know he starts out as a good. He's an army boy. You know, his dad thinks someday he can be senator or governor or something like that. But I still get some menace from him at the very beginning. Maybe that's just Pacino. I don't know. Walter. Oh, shit. I don't think there was ever anything good in Bill Cosby. Perhaps before he hit puberty, he was okay, dude. I don't know. Henry Hill for Goodfellas, huh? Perhaps a good dude, but bad ambitions. Like, when he's a young man, he seems like a nice dude, but he still wanted to be a gangster. Like, right from as early as I can remember, I wanted to be a gangster. That's what he said. So I was like, you can't be a totally good dude and want to be a gangster when you're a kid. George Lucas? I don't know. Maybe George Lucas, actually. He might be a very good example. Not straight up evil, but definitely lost sight of, well, I'm not gonna claim to know George Lucas's mind. He contains multitudes, I'm sure. Dr. Octopus. Is it believable that he became as evil as he did, though? I believed Alfred Molina was tragic and conflicted, but I have trouble believing that a character. Yeah, okay, that's a good example. I like that example. That's good. It's his arc is more believable than, say, Anakin Skywalker's, I think. Daenerys was always insane. She did some heinous shit early on, didn't she? Republican. But it's kind of like the early heinous shit that she does is kind of cloaked in a, hey, it's a rough life and she's got to survive, so she's doing this heinous shit. Which is very different, I think, than how the heinous shit is done by the end. Disney? Yeah, if Disney was one individual person, I would say you're right. But Disney is generations of people, not meaning like generations of the family, but just generations of people in charge making gradually more and more maniacal decisions. Batman Bruce Wayne. Hi, Gator. How are you? As an example of a good character who convincingly turns evil? Two-Face. Disney was pretty bad dude. Well, not bad dude. He was probably average by the standards of the day. I guess Harvey. Are we talking Harvey in the comics, or are we talking Harvey in The Dark Knight? Because in The Dark Knight, he basically goes crazy. Which I guess is a good enough reason for somebody to turn evil. I don't know. He has a traumatic experience and comes out the other side a violent psychopath. Yeah, I think Batman is more, White Knight versus Dark Knight kind of thing. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. I was thinking, speaking of Batman villains, I was thinking of Mr. Freeze. Or at least the Mr. Freeze backstory that's been settled on like in the last 20 years or so, like the one that's in the Asylum games. Nike? Did she end up evil? Uh, we never see her grabbing at power that I can remember. I mean, she takes power when it's offered to her, but I don't remember her ever being like, yes, more. Yes, it is. I'm on a full-on tangent here. It's been a while, I think. Ventriloquist. Yeah, I can't comment, Walter, because I never really watched the animated series, which I think is where the ventriloquist gets fleshed out really well, right? Publican would say Two-Face if we're talking Long Halloween. Anyway, the Mr. Freeze path, the arc that he has in the Asylum games, I don't know if it's necessarily believable to me, but it's definitely I find it sympathetic at least. Maybe I don't know if that's the same thing. Maybe it is. I don't know. But his whole like my wife, I like I could see that. I could see doing some pretty violent. I could see myself doing things I would not otherwise be comfortable doing if a family member was under threat. I guess that's what I'm saying. The Shining. I haven't read the book, Mikhail, so I don't know for sure. But in the movie, at least, Jack Nicholson is an evil, abusive fuck from the very beginning. He's got it stuck inside, you know? But he's abusive to, I don't know. I don't know if he's ever, like, explicitly abusive, but he's got some power things going on with his wife and his son before they even head to the Overlook. Calm and reserved guy, but has a mobster as a puppet who is heartless. The ventriloquist lives out his evil acts through the dummy. Yes, though I've seen enough of the animated series to know who the ventriloquist is. I've not seen much of his arc. Like, I don't know his full story. Yeah, from my understanding is the Asylum games owe a lot to the animated series. They drew from the animated series a lot. Okay. All right. We can keep talking about this. I am going to try to advance this a little bit, though, before we get mired down too much. Mad Hatter, you'll have to tell me about. I only know what he looks like. I don't remember anything about the dude. Was Clayface a good guy? He was an actor. But I don't remember if he is truly like a good dude who had an accident and went crazy, or if it's just like maybe he was just neutral and had an accident and decided to go full evil when he realized he had a power that he could exploit. I don't know. Anyway, the whole point of this from the beginning. What was the point of this from the beginning? Oh, the whole point of this was, am I the cat or the pixie? I am neither. I'm the dude in the white cloak. Okay, I'm sorry, Custer. If that was a genuine question, I don't mean to laugh at it, but it was still really freaking funny because I'm not the cat or the pixie. If it was a joke question, well done. That was okay. Thank you. That was very good. That got me. That was good. Egghead from the 60s show. God, I don't remember Egghead. I remember King Tut. I used to watch the 60s show a lot when I was a kid because it was on some St. Louis local station. They syndicated it in the afternoons, like at 4 o'clock. So like before like Goof Troop and Tailspin and shit was a thing, like the Disney little block of cartoons in the afternoon. Before that, we would come home from school and watch the Adam West Batman. They would play Green Hornet sometimes. What was the other show we'd watch? Was it Hawaii Five-0 or... There was a bunch of old like 60s shows that they would show when in the 80s when I was a kid. So we watched the Adam West Batman, all the freaking time, to the point where when the Michael Keaton Batman movie came out in 90 or 91, 92, 89 maybe? I don't even remember when it was. But anyway, when it came out, we didn't go see it. Like, my mom wouldn't let us go see it because she's like, it's not like the show that you guys know. She's like, it's much darker, which, you know, nowadays that seems kind of quaint given how dark Batman has gotten. But, yeah, at the time I was thinking like, oh boy, Batman adventure. She's like, it's not that kind of movie. We're like, oh, okay. Talked in egg puns. Vincent Price. I have no memory of that. No memory at all. I remember... Holy shit! I was watching this episode of Star Trek the other night. It's one of those episodes where they go to a planet and the planet's run by a computer and Kirk's got to convince or like blow up the computer, right? There's like 7 or 8 episodes of that. But the computer creates clones of a woman who goes around and touches different members of the crew. Like the computer like programs her to be specific to one person's DNA, and when they touch them, their cells like just freaking explode. Total cellular something. They have a word for it. Bones has got a thing. It's like, oh, it's total cellular disruption, I think is what he says. Damn it, Jim, he's dead. Total cellular disruption. It's like every cell in his body just exploded. Anyway, the actress that plays the character that gets cloned all the time, I was like, I know her from somewhere. Where do I know her from? And now when we're talking about the Adam West Batman show, I'm running through all the villains in my mind. She was the same actress that played Catwoman. I presume was Julie Newmar? There were 2 different actresses that played her, I think, in that show. In the show and in the movie. I don't know which one was which. But it was the actress that played one of the Catwomen. Sorry. That just dawned on me like instantly. Because we just watched the episode last night. My son and I just watched it. Eartha Kitt? Was it Eartha Kitt? I think it was... Well, hang on. Now I gotta go look it up. Hang on a second. I gotta look this up. I'm gonna look up a picture of Eartha Kitt and I'll tell you. Real quick. If it was her. I don't think it was. Eartha Kitt... No. Eartha Kitt has... I think she's mixed race. Julie Newmar? I mean, if it wasn't her, let me see. Did Julie Newmar guest star on Star Trek? Oh, shit. She did, but it's not the episode I'm thinking of. No, wait, she did. It is her. She played multiple characters on Star Trek. Okay, this is the... Here, I'm gonna show you guys the desktop. Hang on one second. I'm switching over. This has gone totally off the rails. I'm sorry. What am I... Whoop. Nope. Hang on. Didn't I have... I thought I had a desktop one. Oh, God, you don't want to see that. I thought... Oh, you know what? This is what I want. I just need to move this over. Hang on, because I've got 2 monitors now, so I'm not used to this. Stand by, everyone. Stand by. So this woman right here is the act... This is the episode I'm thinking of. That's got Lee Merriweather's signature in it. Why the fuck does it have Lee Merriweather's signature on it? Anyway, this is Julie Newmar. This is not the episode I was thinking of, though. I was thinking of this episode, which shows up when you search Julie Newmar's Star Trek. But now I gotta know who... They look kind of similar, don't they? Her name is Lee Merriweather? Never mind. So it's not Julie Newmar. Did Lee Merriweather ever play Catwoman? That's the question. Yes! Okay, thank God she did. I thought I was going crazy. In the film. She played Catwoman in the film. Okay. That makes sense. I'm not crazy, you guys. I knew what I was talking about. I knew it to be true. Okay, let's Let's get that over here. we're talking Star Trek tech. Hey, so anyway, the episode that had Lee Merriweather in it that we watched the other night, they actually, I don't know if it's I can't say that it for sure it's the first instance of it, but I think it is the first instance. They did say reverse the polarity because Scotty is in a Jeffries tube. I don't think they called it a Jeffries tube at the time, and he's trying to fix a thing, and Spock is being a complete asshole on the bridge, like, Mr. Scott, you have 8 minutes, 22 seconds, don't waste any time. Anyway, it's not going to work. Whatever Scotty's doing, like, oh, I can't get it to work. And then Spock does his deductive thing and says, Mr. Scott, reverse the polarity on your crazy space wrench. And Scotty's like, there's no time. But then he does it, and sure enough, it works. And I remember him saying, reverse the polarity. And I thought, oh, was that the first time they used that? Reverse the polarity? Might be. Okay, hang on. Now I got to catch up on the chat because I was looking up Lee Merriweather and Julie Newmar. Real quick, left the building. Oh, thanks, Gator. You know me too well. You have to figure on the Klingons making it on board. Hey, we've got some real Star Trek junkies tonight. We've gone there and back again. Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. This all started with Lord of the Rings. Damn. Talking about white. Oh my gosh, that was it. Wearing the white cloak. That's what started this whole thing. That's insane. Okay, anyway. That was probably a good 15, 20 minutes, I think. All of that. I was mistaking. I know what. Okay, so when I saw the picture of Lee Merriweather that was signed by Lee Merriweather, and I was still thinking it was Julie Newmar, I was like, why did Lee Merriweather sign that picture? Because I was confusing that name with Meredith Burgess, who was the actor that played the Penguin on the Adam West show, who was, of course, a man, but the Meredith in his name and the Merriweather in Lee Merriweather's last name is what confused me. Okay, that's what happened there. Yes, Tannum, we're like a fractal. This whole stream is just a fractal conversation. We're like a fern leaf. No matter how close you get, it just duplicates, keeps going. Every tangent has another tangent. Try it, Quester. Then wizard. Hey! Well, it doesn't get us exactly back, but there are wizards in this game, and I think I'm talking to one right now. Thank you. Custer, I appreciate it. That was a perfect, that was a key segue right there. I hope my husband returns soon. Eckel handled all the business of the family, but I don't know anything about running a farm. This is terrible. Oh, shit. So this is the wife and mom? And everybody else is dead. Where is your husband? Whoa. Okay, I didn't zoom out, but sure. All the able-bodied men in the area were conscripted into the army at Fort Ilkard. They're all stuck there defending the fort until this war with Luskin is over. You have to leave for your own safety. I would agree with that. But first, let's ask if there's anything I could do to help. Not unless you know someone who wants to buy several hundred bushels of turnips. Sorry, madam, my networking skills do not extend that far. I think my husband had some buyers lined up, but until he gets back, I have no idea where to even begin. I recommend you leave. Don't worry, I can take care of myself. I used to do my share of adventuring before I met Eckel, and we decided to retire to this farm. I still remember a few tricks of the trade. Okay, then let's be going. Off you go, then. Be careful with all those Luskin raiders roaming the countryside. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh. It's been so long since we've actually played the game that I thought this was the same room with all the dead people in the bunks and everything. Threw me off. It's kind of funny. Nightbot chimes in with a, hey, get Pem's stream and upload news right after I finish a long diatribe that's not related at all to anything that we're streaming or uploading. Episode of TNG where they're on a utopian planet, but one of the crew members accidentally breaks a cardboard box. The planet wants to execute him. Yes! That's in the first season. I watched that one recently too. That's the one where there's zones, like law zones. And within that particular, like the zones change every day on the planet, but within a given zone, if you commit a crime, the punishment is death. And it's Wesley that is responsible. Yeah, that's right. You know, so in the old series, the stereotypical Star Trek episode is Kirk goes to a planet that's run by a computer and has to trick the computer into destroying itself, kind of thing. They do that a few times. I think I already said that. In the Next Generation series, I feel like the stereotypical episode is they go to a planet, they've got some bullshit rules, and Picard has to like speech them into abandoning their bullshit ways. Star Trek evolved, is what I'm saying. That's right, Tandem. You're right. I'll just get tons of. Yeah, I know we're not avoiding the tangents, are we? I'll get tons of views if I just say that I talk about Lord of the Rings and Star Trek all the time. And if any Star Wars fans come, who will just be like, "Get lost, splitters!" Like, hey, we want to talk pop culture too. Ah, we don't like your kind around here. Are we talking the J.J. Abrams one, Custer? I do totally agree with you, except in spite of myself, season one Wesley is tough to watch. Tough to freaking watch. In spite of myself, I enjoyed Star Trek Beyond. I'm not trying to say it was like some compelling Star Trek plot or anything like that, but I did enjoy the movie. My dad, who's a bigger Star Trek fan than me, and I watched it and got a huge kick out of it. We loved it. We saw it in the theaters, actually. Why were we even seeing it in theaters? Because we don't even live in the same town. I can't remember if he was visiting me or I was visiting him. I think he was visiting me. Oh, the CBS debate. Oh my gosh, okay. I can't speak to that because I have not watched any of the all-access shows. I watched the first 3... Okay, I'm about to contradict that statement I just made. I watched the first 3 episodes of Discovery on a flight to San Francisco, and I've not paid for all-access, so I haven't seen the rest of the show, and I haven't seen any of Picard. While I still want to see them, there's a part of me that feels like maybe just don't bother. I don't know. I'll let other people who have seen it tell me whether it's worth it, whether either show is worth it. Welcome back to the Temple of the Just. Yeah, we know what you say every time here. Healing. Hey, I'll tell ye. Yeah, it's been a while since you've been here, Bark. Did you get lost on some pop culture tangent? What happened? Some supplies, but really, more like identify some things and let me sell other things to you, old man. Amulet of the Ages. Sapphire. The wand. Wand of Fear. Yep, whatever. Selling it anyway. Club +3. Probably could sell this by now because I'm keeping the shimmering blade. Alexandrite. Horrid wilting. Natural armor +3. Ooh. Scarab of protection. Saving throws versus AC, huh? I think I'd rather have the saving throws, honestly. Yeah, I'm selling the club. Get used to it. What's this? Necklace of prayer beads. It's a rosary. This thing's a rosary. If anybody's gonna do Star Wars around here, it's me. I'm also a big Star Wars fan. I'm not as big a Star Wars fan as I am a Star Trek fan. But I grew up watching the original 3 movies on repeat, man. Loved those movies. My brothers and I'm sure every kid my age did this, but my brothers and I would play lightsaber fights with just flashlights. You know, you just had to pretend that you were getting close to each other when you saw it. Oh, and I had a rocking chair, it's a little kid rocking. Actually, it was my dad's rocking chair from when he was a kid that he brought to our house when he had his own kids. When I tilted forward the rocking chair, when I sat on the back of it, when it was tilted forward, the back of the rocking chair looked like, to me, the guns on the speeders that they ride on the Forest Moon of Endor in Return of the Jedi. So I would sit on the back of the rocking chair as like a 4-year-old, 5-year-old kid, just be like, just like weaving side to side. Oh man, that was so awesome. Things your imagination can do when you're a little kid. It's crazy. Only usable by... Okay, fine. Druid can use it. What does it do? Bless. Remove blindness. Remove... Yeah, that's a waste. I never think to use additional spells. Good grief. I'm a bad enough user of spells as it is. The ones that I know. Ugh. No, thank you. You're wasting my time. Not gonna let me sell the fire opals for reasons I have not yet discerned. Okay. Well, I think we're good. The other 3 don't exist. I mean, I'm fine acknowledging that they exist. I'm just not ever going to watch them again. I've still not seen Return of Skywalker. Is that what it's called? I've still not seen that one. No desire to. Does not appeal to me at all. I was not looking forward to it when it came out. Not because I didn't like The Last Jedi. I enjoyed The Last Jedi just fine. But I was just thinking, like, there's no way they're going to wrap this up satisfactorily. It's just so fucked from the beginning. That I didn't bother seeing it. And then after the reviews came out and I read a little bit about what people didn't like about it, I thought, yeah, you know what? I think I made the right choice there. Which 6 movies do I hate? Yes, true, Custer, but I feel like that's probably going to be the way things go for everything forever. Everything that becomes popular or successful will be exploited until it is no longer a money-making thing. Unless or until the world ends and everybody's living in huts again or something. When the civilized world is no more, then I might believe that they'll stop exploiting intellectual properties that make money. The Avengers series, I don't know, man. I'll say this, every time I've been in the theater and seen an Avengers movie, I come out thinking like, man, that was awesome. That was so cool. And then, of all the movies they released, I think that there are 2 of them that I've actually ever watched intentionally a second time. And that was the first Guardians of the Galaxy and... Shit. What was the other one? Maybe the original Avengers? I'm not trying to say that they're forgettable, but I don't know, it's like you had a bite and it's satisfied and you don't feel like you ever have to bite again, maybe. Into the Spider-Verse, though. Spider-Verse movie I've watched like 6 or 7 times, and it's in probably my top 10 favorite movies of all time. It's so good. campfire telling stories of the Avengers. It'll be like that scene in what's the dragon movie with Christian Bale and Matthew McConaughey when they reenact Star Wars? What is that movie? But it'll be like that with Avengers stories. I mean, I was into the Marvel films in the sense that, like, holy shit, comic book movies, like, these were not a thing when I was a kid. I didn't get to see Spider-Man on the screen when I was a kid. I didn't get to see Captain America or Superman, or obviously not Marvel, but... Well, I did get to see Superman. Never mind, I take it back. I got to see Superman. So I was always interested in the Marvel movies, like, wow, these are things that never existed before. Let's watch them. This is cool. But at the same time, I've never really felt much of a compulsion to go back. I'm getting lost here. Which way am I trying to go? Oh, I need to go across the stream. We have to cross the stream! Kyle says, if you're a Star Trek fan, you surely know Traumschiff Surprise, Period of 1. Yes! I know exactly what you're... No, I'm sorry, I'm completely unfamiliar with that, Mikhail. It's German parody. Oh my gosh, I have to look it up then. I'll have to look it up. No, I'm completely unfamiliar with that. Your mention of it is the first I've ever heard of it. It's a lot of deaths, Walter. Fording the trail. You've caught dysentery. Your axle has broken. Damn, axle's breaking. That was, you know, it's like no matter how many things you plan for in that fucking game, we're talking Oregon Trail now. You can't prepare for them all because you don't have the resources, and it's always the thing you didn't prepare for that freaking happens. You don't have enough bullets to go hunting. Ugh. Yeah, dysentery kicks in, or your axle breaks. Shit, I didn't bring any more axles. Or it's like, what was the one? Do you want to tar your wagon and float across the river, or there was some other option? Right? You could like coat it in pitch so that it would float. Republican, we've talked Lex before, dude. You had to remind me what the name of all the different characters, because I could remember what they looked like, but I couldn't remember what their names were. Zeph and I still can't remember the dead dude and the name with the hat, the guy with the hat. Take a ferry, maybe. Yeah, maybe that was the option.
Hello.
Hello. Evil twin brother. I've come for the cure. Ah, welcome back, my lord. Do you bring me news of Zokan Thunderer? Is the Uthgard chieftain dead? How about some question? Well, no, actually, hang on. Hang on! These plague-infected blankets, which I carry here in my hand, rather dangerously. You contaminated the elk tribe with these. Oh, he admits it. What an evil son of a bitch. So, what if I did? The Uthgard are nothing but primitive savages. Their time is over. We have the strength to remove them from their land, and that gives us the right to remove them. Oh, boy, this is straight up colonialism right here. This is great. These blankets change nothing. We are at war here. Uthgard are the enemy. Or did you forget that? They allied themselves with Luskan. The only reason they joined Luskan is because they were promised a cure for the plague you gave them, you jerk. You don't really believe that, do you? You think if I hand over the cure, the elk tribe will suddenly abandon their Luskan allies? Ah! Not that I have a cure on me. I know you have the cure. Hand it over. Do I know that? How about let's just threaten him. Hand over the cure, I'll make you suffer until you wish you had the plague yourself. Okay. Well, damn. Tash and undercut. Yeah, it's pretty snazzy. You must have a pair of clippers. Yeah, look at that. It's just very wavy on the top. Kai, Jev, Stan... Ah, thank you very much. Kai was the dead guy. Stanley was the dude with the hat. It was $7.90. Robot? I don't know. I'm not remembering that. This guy caved very quickly. I did not expect that. Okay, let's not do anything crazy. You attack me, and every soldier in this fort will come to the defense of their commander, but I'm a reasonable man. Tell you what, I'll sell you the cur for 3,000 gold pieces. This is injustice. I'll give you 500, not a coin more. That's an insult. I set the price here, and it's 3,000 gold pieces. Alright, let's try 1,000. We're bartering here. Alright, fine. I guess if it means that much to you, you got yourself... If it means that much to me... Mother would be so ashamed. Okay, so we now have the cure. Lost item, plague-ridden blankets. Acquired item, plague cure. I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but my doorbell just rang. Alright, Custer. Hey, thanks very much hanging out, dude. It's been tons of fun. Toodle pip. Enjoy. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And again, thanks for hanging out. It's good to see you again. Custer stepping out reminds me that it's about time to change over to the next game, which is Tyranny. Oh, and I never summoned my elemental. That's okay. We'll do that next time. This is probably as good a stop to end it because we'll just have to go back to the elk tribe again and walk through all that shit again to give Zokan the cure. So we'll do that next time. We got on such a large tangent that we wasted our time here.